Hi everyone, and welcome along to our economic update, our news update and market overview for today, the 7th of October 2020. Not a lot of news today. I guess the Chinese national holiday comes to an end today, and we'll see China moving back to work tomorrow. FOMC member Kaplan speaking early, nothing big in there. ECB President Lagarde speaking later on. FOMC minute meetings overnight could cause a bit of interest for us, and tomorrow during the day we've got Bank of England and Bank of Canada governors speaking. US unemployment claims come in, and RBA financial stability review, which will be a little bit interesting after the RBA news in the last couple of days. Perhaps hasn't gone quite as well as the RBA would have, as Australia would have hoped for, I don't think. Let's have a look at the currencies now. We'll just jump into the share and move it over to the charts. And look, please, if there's any charts you'd like us to have a look at or include, please just let us know. I'm more than happy to have a look at any other charts. Just put them in the chat in the various social media that you're watching this on, and one of the team will pick it up and let me know. And if there's a product you'd like us to talk about it more regularly, then please let me know. We're going to start off with Bitcoin today. I start off with Bitcoin because I often feel that Bitcoin is a fair reflection of the US dollar. It's not the dollar index by any means, or the dollar index, but it does give us an idea of what's going on with the US dollar. And yesterday we did see the dollar pull back on the news of Trump rolling out stimulus after the election. He's a clever old guy, isn't he? There's no relief for the American people until they vote him back in, as far as he's concerned. And the US dollar did sell off quite quickly, and then it has found support and moved up as it is here. Interesting time in the life of this triangle. We know that these symmetrical triangles often finish about 2/3 of the way in, which is where we are. And for mine, we're able to look to trade this from the bottom of the triangle back towards the top. But really, what we're looking for is a break and potentially a retest, and then a continuation down to this level, or to be fair, a fair bit further. I think a target on this would be quite a long way further down if we went under. And again, if it does come up, break, retest, and head up, we'll be looking for a target well up as well. At the moment, we'll keep an open mind to that and let the market tell us which way it's going to go. We can continue to trade it inside the triangle for a little while if we choose to. It's a pretty simple triangle to trade. Nasdaq, the picture on the Nasdaq is starting to get a little more complicated. I've been talking a lot about highs and lows on the US stock market over the last few days, and we still have the Nasdaq having put on this double bottom and a higher high, and that's a reasonably bullish sign. And for now, the market seems to be ranging, as we said that it may, and this level of support, which maybe the new sort of low, seems to be holding at this point, and life seems to be sitting inside the range of this candle here. And as long as we're inside this candle here, I'll be reasonably cautious with this. Happy perhaps to take the trade back up to the top. I do think we have the double bottom and the higher high, so I'm more interested in longs than short. So trading from this area up here, maybe taking some profit around this area here, and then looking for a push up on the remainder of the position does seem an option. Remember always, guys, trade your own opinions. This is analysis, and for you guys to do with it as you see fit. Again, with S&P yesterday, we did talk about it spending some time ranging. It has popped up and then next day come back into this range, and exactly where the range will settle, I'm not 100% sure. I do seem to think the S&P may be heading sideways for a little bit now. We do have a horizontal level through here, and it's unusual for ranges to sort of take those on. I will, perhaps for now, I think we're probably looking at being sort of in this area here again for the range, and we'll watch that with care, and a break out of that area would start to show a bit more commitment to direction. Well, gold was brilliant technically, as it always is, and came up and hit the top of the triangle. This is the triangle that created the recent big chunk down, the one that I think surprised a lot of people. Hit the 100-day moving average, popped back up, and as we said yesterday, the move between the top of the triangle, monthly pivot, and the 100-day moving average, it appears to be another one that inside there we can trade the range, and really we're looking for a breakout. So we've now seen the triangle, hold once, hold twice. We've seen the 100-day moving average tested. Another test looks possible, and we'll assume that we're inside this range until we see a proper break. Now, we talked about XTI a few weeks ago and this gap and how it's really trading the gap, and I think we had it come down here, come back to the top of the gap, come back to the bottom of the gap, come back up towards the top of the gap. And if you've taken the move down, hopefully you've taken the bounce here and taken the move back up and banked a bit of money on that. And again, same thing for this at the moment. Look, it's not particularly common to see this kind of range in the second week of the month, but the market does what the market does. And we've seen some uncertainty around Brexit. We've got some uncertainty around the US election. And I think the market right now is just having a bit of a wait and see mode. And one of the things I'd really encourage you to remember is that markets are like everything else, like people, animals. They tend to move and then rest and then move. So quite often when you see a market resting, when you see it sitting inside a range like this, it's just creating energy for a decent bust out. And as we just have a quick look back through these Bitcoin really resting. And I think if we got to move out of here, we may see a decent move out of here. NASDAQ really resting. And I think a move will follow it. S&P 500, not doing a lot. We might see a decent move follow that. Gold really not doing a lot here. We may well see this rest moves phenomenon turn up in these things. We may see some decent plays in them as the month continues. Right, dollar yen, as with a lot of the dollar stuff, we talked about the retest of this previous range, and we're definitely back in it. We've closed inside it, and for mine again, we're going to play the range here. We'll look for a little run to the top of the range before it comes back down to test the bottom of the range. But really, there's no massive play here for us until it breaks out of these levels for us. You can see the range here, 1, 2, 3 on the bottom here, and 1, 2, 3 on the top there. Been both support and resistance at different stages. So, it looks like quite a solid range. And, again, happy to trade it from the bottom to the top. And, at that stage, we'll have another look and see what happens at the top of that. Euro, very similar type chart. Here's the range. We break out of the range. We come back into the range. We popped up in the range. We've pulled back in the range. But as long as we're in the range, I'm quite happy to range trade it and to be looking for positions from towards the bottom, pushing up towards the top, and waiting for Euro to give us a final direction. I will note overall that with Euro in particular, we do have high, lower, high, lower, high, low, lower, low. And a break through the range here would really put this 149, 114.90 sort of level into play as a lower low. So I think there's a decent move there if we do get through and get a close below. But again, it's right now you can have a look at this, rest day, rest day, rest day, a bit of a move, pull it back, rest really. We needed to break out of this area to start and give us a bit more conviction around direction. The Aussie, the market did not take particularly kindly to the Australian budget and Australian Reserve Bank statement yesterday. I think the market was really hyped up and expecting a lot more, and they got very little, and they quickly punished the Australian dollar. And look again on this one, it's high, low, lower, high, lower, low, lower, high. And I'd be expecting to see if we can run down around the 20-day moving average as a target for this on the short side. A retest to weekly pivot and perhaps an entry there to the short side would be quite a nice place to get in for a move down here. With all of these US dollar-based products at the moment, we tend to be pretty careful. The US dollar is reasonably volatile coming into election. So, I don't think it's set up yet, but it certainly looks like a directional play to me. We've got weekly pivot below monthly pivot, which is a nice setup for us. And if we can get a bit of bounce off weekly pivot here, the move down and through the support level here and down targeting the 200-day moving average looks a possibility for me. Okay, thank you very much for joining me today. I'll be back tomorrow to do another economic calendar and market update with you guys. I do hope you're finding some benefit in it. And as I said earlier, if there's any products you'd like me to have a look at each day when I'm going through the market, just pop it into the social media where you're watching this, whichever social media you're watching this on, and I will go through and do that for you guys in the future. In the meantime, remember, guys, trading is a simple thing. It's about making good decisions. Stay calm, make good decisions, and it'll work out. You can put together a good day today and a good day tomorrow and a good week this week and then a good week next week, and then you have a good month, then you have a couple of good months, and all of a sudden trading seems like a very, very cool thing. Make good decisions, stay calm, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Cheers. Thanks for your time.